QA interview questions and answers for pharma job seekers prepared by PharmaTalks team. Question 1. What is quality assurance, QA, in the pharmaceutical industry? This is a basic but critical question, and your answer should be clear and concise. Answer. Quality assurance in the pharmaceutical industry refers to the process and set of activities that ensure that every product, whether it's a drug, a biologic, or a medical device, meets predefined quality standards. QA is focused on ensuring that the product is consistently produced and controlled according to quality standards such as WHO, FDA, EU GMP, European Good Manufacturing Practices, and ICH, International Council for Harmonization. It involves everything from the initial design of a product to the final release. Question 2. What is the difference between QA and QC, quality control? This is another fundamental question that interviewers often ask to test your knowledge of industry roles. Answer. Quality assurance, QA, is a proactive process that focuses on preventing defects by designing and implementing the necessary procedures and standards. QA ensures that the products are manufactured according to GMP standards like those from the FDA, EU GMP, and WHO. Quality control, QC, on the other hand, is reactive and focuses on identifying defects in the finished product. QC involves testing and sampling during production to ensure that the final product meets quality standards. Question 3. What are good manufacturing practices, GMP? Answer. Good manufacturing practices, GMP, are guidelines and regulations that ensure products are produced and controlled in a consistent manner. GMP covers all aspects of production, from raw materials, facilities, and equipment to the training of personnel. Following GMP helps ensure product safety, quality, and efficacy. The major regulatory bodies that set GMP standards include the FDA in the United States, EU GMP for Europe, and WHO for international guidelines. Adherence to these standards is crucial to ensuring that products are safe for public use. Question 4. Can you explain the role of a QA professional in the product lifecycle? Answer. As a QA professional, my role spans the entire product lifecycle from the development stage to commercial production and even post-market surveillance. I ensure that quality is built into every phase, starting with the design of the product, according to ICH Q8, which is focused on pharmaceutical development, to ensure it meets regulatory guidelines like FDA or EU GMP. During production, I ensure all processes are followed according to GMP. Post-production, I handle audits, deviations, and product recalls if necessary. My ultimate goal is to ensure that the product is safe, effective, and compliant with all applicable standards. Question 5. What do you know about the ICH guidelines? Answer. The ICH, International Council for Harmonization, develops harmonized guidelines for the pharmaceutical industry, particularly in the areas of safety, quality, and efficacy. For QA, the most relevant ICH guidelines are ICH Q8. This guideline covers pharmaceutical development and aims to design quality into the product from the start. ICH Q9. This deals with quality risk management, which is important for identifying and mitigating risks throughout the manufacturing process. ICH Q10. It addresses a comprehensive pharmaceutical quality system, including life cycle management. ICH Q11. This is focused on the development and manufacturing of drug substances. These guidelines are used in conjunction with local regulations like the FDA or EU GMP to ensure global standards for quality are met. Question 6. How do you handle deviations in the manufacturing process? Answer. When a deviation occurs in the manufacturing process, the first step is to document it properly. I would initiate a deviation report, detailing what happened, when it happened, and who was involved. Then, I would perform a root cause analysis, often using tools like fishbone diagrams or 5 whys, to understand why the deviation occurred. After identifying the root cause, I would propose corrective and preventive actions, CAPA, to address the issue and prevent future occurrences. All of this is done in line with regulatory requirements like those from FDA, WHO, and EU GMP. Question 7. What is the significance of validation in QA? Answer. Validation is one of the most important activities in QA, ensuring that systems, processes, and methods consistently produce results that meet predetermined quality standards. Validation is crucial for equipment, manufacturing processes, analytical methods, and cleaning procedures. In the pharmaceutical industry, Validation is mandated by regulatory bodies like FDA, EU GMP, and WHO. Validation activities include IQ, installation qualification, OQ, operational qualification, and PQ, performance qualification, which together ensure that everything works as expected under real-world conditions. Question 8. How do you ensure compliance with regulatory guidelines in a QA role? Answer. As a QA professional, I ensure compliance by staying up to date with all relevant regulatory guidelines, such as those from the FDA, EU GMP, WHO, and ICH. I regularly review and update our quality systems and procedures to ensure they align with these standards. During audits, both internal and external, I ensure that documentation is accurate and complete. I also provide ongoing training to employees to ensure everyone understands and follows the latest guidelines. Question 9. What is CAPA and why is it important? Answer. CAPA, Corrective and Preventive Action, is a critical process in QA for identifying, correcting, and preventing issues that affect product quality. Corrective actions are taken to address immediate problems, such as deviations or nonconformances, while preventive actions are implemented to stop similar issues from occurring in the future. Regulatory bodies like the FDA, WHO, and EU GMP mandate the use of CAPA systems to ensure ongoing product quality and safety. Effective CAPA systems help improve processes, reduce the risk of defects, and ensure compliance with regulations. Question 10. How would you prepare for an internal or external audit? Answer. To prepare for an audit, the first step is to ensure that all documentation, including SOPs, standard operating procedures, batch records, and validation reports, are up to date and easily accessible. I would also conduct an internal review or a mock audit to identify any gaps that need addressing before the actual audit. Training employees on the audit process and ensuring they understand their roles is also important. For external audits, I ensure that we are fully compliant with FDA, EU GMP, and WHO guidelines. Post-audit, I would address any findings and implement corrective actions if necessary. Question 11. How do you handle out-of-specification OLS results? Answer. Out-of-specification OLS results occur when test results fall outside of the predefined acceptance criteria. To handle OS results, the first step is to investigate whether the result was caused by an error in the testing process, such as equipment malfunction or operator error. If no error is found, the next step is to conduct a root cause analysis to determine why the result occurred. I would document all findings and decide whether a retest or a corrective action is needed. Any OLS results are thoroughly investigated following regulatory guidelines from the FDA, WHO, and EU GMP. Question 12. Can you explain the difference between validation and verification? Answer. Validation is the process of establishing documented evidence that a system or process consistently produces results that meet predetermined quality standards. It ensures that the process works correctly under actual production conditions. Verification, on the other hand, involves checking and confirming that specific tasks, procedures, or products meet defined requirements or specifications. Validation is often performed during development, while verification is more of an ongoing quality check during production. Question 13. What is a change control system, and why is it important? Answer. A change control system is used to manage and document changes in processes, equipment, materials, and procedures to ensure that they do not negatively impact the quality of a product. It is essential because any uncontrolled change can lead to product inconsistencies or noncompliance with FDA, EU GMP, or WHO regulations. Change control involves evaluating the impact of the change, obtaining approvals, implementing the change in a controlled manner, and documenting the entire process. Question 14. How do you ensure that standard operating procedures, SOPs, are followed? Sir? I ensure that standard operating procedures, SOPs, are followed by regularly training staff on the SOPs, conducting internal audits to verify compliance, and ensuring that the procedures are up to date with the latest regulatory guidelines. Additionally, I make sure that all personnel have easy access to SOP documents and that any deviations from SOPs are reported and investigated. Ensuring adherence to SOPs is crucial for maintaining consistency and compliance with GMP regulations. Question 15. What is the purpose of conducting a risk assessment in QA? Answer. Risk assessments in QA are conducted to identify, evaluate, and control potential risks that could impact the quality of the product or the safety of consumers. The goal is to reduce the likelihood of product defects and ensure compliance with FDA, WHO, and ICH Q9 guidelines on risk management. Risk assessments typically involve categorizing risks based on their likelihood and severity and implementing controls or corrective actions to mitigate high-risk scenarios. Question 16. How do you handle product recalls? Answer. In the event of a product recall, my role as a QA professional would be to initiate and manage the recall process. This involves identifying the root cause of the issue, notifying regulatory authorities such as the FDA or EMA, and informing customers or healthcare providers about the recall. I would also ensure that all recalled products are removed from distribution and work on corrective actions to prevent future occurrences. Proper documentation and reporting are key to ensuring that all regulatory requirements are met during a recall. Question 17. Can you explain good documentation practices, GDP? Answer. Good documentation practices, GDP, refer to the standardized ways of recording, storing, and maintaining documents to ensure the integrity and traceability of records. In a QA role, it's essential to ensure that all data is recorded accurately, legibly, and promptly. Documents should be free from errors, and any changes should be signed and dated. This ensures compliance with regulatory standards such as FDA, EU GMP, and WHO. Proper documentation is essential for audits and quality investigations. Question 18. How would you ensure a successful batch release in a GMP environment? Answer. To ensure a successful batch release, I would review all relevant documentation, including batch records, QC test results, and any deviations or change controls related to the batch. I would ensure that the batch complies with the GMP guidelines set by FDA, EU GMP, or WHO, and that it meets all internal quality standards. Only after verifying that all processes have been followed correctly and the product has passed quality tests would I approve the batch for release. Question 19. How do you approach continuous improvement in a QA role? Answer. In a QA role, continuous improvement is achieved through regular audits, process reviews, and feedback loops. I actively look for opportunities to streamline processes, reduce waste, and enhance product quality. This can include updating SOPs, adopting new technologies, or implementing lean manufacturing practices. Continuous improvement also involves training staff to ensure they are always aligned with the latest regulatory requirements from organizations like the FDA, EU GMP, and WHO. Question 20. What is data integrity, and why is it important in QA? Answer. Data integrity refers to the accuracy, consistency, and reliability of data throughout its life cycle. In a QA role, maintaining data integrity is essential to ensure that test results, batch records, and other documents reflect the true state of the product. Poor data integrity can lead to serious compliance issues with regulatory bodies like the FDA, WHO, and EU GMP. To ensure data integrity, it's important to follow good documentation practices, GDP, ensure proper access controls, and regularly audit data management systems. Question 21. What are the key elements of a quality management system, QMS? Answer. A quality management system, QMS, is a structured framework that outlines the processes, procedures, and responsibilities required to ensure consistent product quality. The key elements of a QMS include document control, CAPA systems, training programs, internal audits, and continuous improvement initiatives. A strong QMS ensures that all products meet regulatory guidelines from organizations like the FDA, EU GMP, and WHO. Thank you for watching this video on QA interview questions and answers. I hope you found it informative and helpful as you prepare for your next job interview in the pharma industry. If you're looking to dive deeper into other important topics, don't forget to check out our full collection of interview preparation videos available for free on the PharmaTalks YouTube channel. We cover a wide range of interview questions and answers across key areas like GMP, validation, quality control, and much more. Whether you're aiming for a role in pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, or food safety, we've got you covered with expert advice and guidance. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads. Also, if you have specific topics or questions you'd like us to cover in future videos, let us know in the comments. We love hearing from our community and creating content that helps you succeed in your career. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our other free interview preparation videos.